And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Sunday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Washington Wizards. Then on Tuesday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the New Orleans Pelicans. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks had far and away the league's most efficient offense last season. Their star, Luka Doncic, is rightfully credited for most of that, but their role players were also shooting the ball well. Now, the 2004 Mavs with Dirk Nowitzki and Steve Nash were arguably the greatest offense ever, but this group could give them a run for their money. Kevin?
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. And I know every player counts down the seconds to opening night, Clark. How exciting was it for you to be on the court when the games finally took on real meaning?
Kevin, there's only one opening night each year, and it creates an atmosphere and a buzz that you can't duplicate any other time. So that in and of itself always makes it special, and I always look forward to that opening night.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. They've got Christian Wood. Gordon out there with Wall. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Tate in at the 3 spot. And for the Mavericks, they've got Big Daddy Doncic out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis, and it's Hardaway in at the small forward position. Here's Big Daddy. Doncic outside. Dallas moving it around. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
You know, I like seeing Porzingis work his magic from there, guys, making great use of this spot on the floor.
Ball against Doncic. Wall's shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Doncic. Hardaway passes to Big Daddy. Out to Hardaway. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Encouraging to see Hardaway Jr. knock it down from there, proving he can do damage from this area.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Richardson against Gordon. Porzingis with the block. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Here's Big Daddy. Another 3 for Dallas.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And the Rockets with possession here. 6-point game.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back. Well, we know Eric Gordon is a great shooter now, but he is also willing to make the extra pass.
Richardson outside. And Gordon over to help. Here's Big Daddy. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Big Daddy's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Gordon. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside Gordon. Plays it up and banks it in.
Nice to see Gordon use his touch down low. I mean, not the biggest guy, but still skilled at scoring close to the bucket.
Passes to Big Daddy. Plays it up off the glass. He's got 11.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Doncic against Wall. And Wall slams it home.
And always a bonus to have a point guard who can dunk the basketball. Wall has great initiative when it comes to rising up and throwing it down.
Here's Big Daddy, 11 points in the game. From the left block, that shot is off. Rockets trail by 8. Shot by Gordon, wide open. The three-pointer, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Big Daddy. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Burke comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Brooks. Nice D from Porzingis. Mavericks leading by 10. Pass to Big Daddy. It's stolen by Brown. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Another miss by Houston. Dallas has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. To the paint, and that one is hammered home.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Brooks against Brunson. Pass to Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. Another miss by Houston. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Leading by 12. Now the pass to Burke. Dallas moving it around. 11 feet away. Stolen by Brooks. Kicks it to Porter. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The Mavericks pull it in.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
To the left side wing. And again, the turnover by the Mavericks. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Mavericks. Rockets trail by 12. Outside, Porter passes it to Wood. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Outside, Redick pass to Porzingis. Outside for Redick. Here's the three. Hits the three-point bomb.
This is why you must play up on Redick, because he's terrific at shooting off the pass.
And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Brooks.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Burke. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Mavericks lead by 11. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
They've got J.J. Redick. Trey Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4-man position. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Now here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. No good from Finney-Smith. Rockets trail by 9. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient, will take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
Burke can't get it to go. And for Houston, they're shooting well, 50% from the floor. Porter, no luck.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And Redick kicks to Porzingis. Dallas again missing. Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Inside. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Wood.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one.
Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Now here's Wall after Luka Doncic's miss, and he makes that one. Wall's got 8 points.
You know, Wall's done a nice job, in my opinion, of improving his mechanics with his shot. It's not quite a pure release, but much, much better than it was a couple of seasons ago. And he's really become effective from the mid-range area.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Gordon kicks to Wall. Wall draws the double. He's looking for Hardaway and finds him. Here's Big Daddy. Olynyk is covering. Out to Doncic. Beyond the arc. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
The shot, no good. Nice D from Porzingis. Mavericks leading by 6. And the pass to Big Daddy. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Wall looking for an opening. To halt the run. The shot is good off the backboard. 10 points for him.
And the D just a step slow reacting to the step back.
Doncic outside. No good on the 3. Rockets trail by 6. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Big Daddy. 19 points in the game. Doncic passes to Big Daddy. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. 21 points for Big Daddy.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Timeout called. The Rockets.
To him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Rockets are gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Here's Wall. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
Wasted no time on that one. And it's a 9-point Maverick lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Outside Hardaway. Here's Big Daddy. Another shot. Rebound by Olynyk. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Rockets. Count the basket. And now it's only a 5-point Dallas lead.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Dallas calls timeout. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Big Daddy. Reddick comes in for Hardaway. Trey Burks checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Brunson finds Burke. Porzingis trying to get free. Burke can't get it to go. Rockets trailed by 5. Here's Wall. The shot's good. Brown making the play. 14 points for Wall.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to him here early, and they are clicking in transition.
Nailed from three-point land.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Gordon. The dish to Brown. Pass to Wood. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now Brunson. Wall with some nice D. Good if it goes. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Rockets trail by 4. So on the floor for Houston. Gordon out there with Wall. Then it's Olynyk. Then it's Christian Wood. And it's Tate in at the 3 spot.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
Here's Big Daddy following the basket by John Wall.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
And it's Houston's ball. Gordon deciding where to go with it. He passes it to Wall. From deep three-point range, Houston with a new 14. Got a piece of it. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Here's Big Daddy after the Rockets pick up 3. Fades, and it comes off the front of the rim. Rockets trail by 3. And Wall kicks to Wood to the inside. Olynyk the pass to Wall. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Tate for the tie. The shot comes out. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. Trailing by 5. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Right through the D for the layup. Gordon's got 8 points.
Even when Gordon is under pressure, he finds a way to score the ball. That's what he is. He is a determined.
There's a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Heat. He shoot again, and he sinks the layup. He has 5.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Down low. Out to Hardaway. Uncovered. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. He lobs it up.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Timeout.
Matchups or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Here is Porter. Charity stripe shot. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Houston making a switch here. Wall's checked in. Hardaway passes to Big Daddy. Back to Hardaway. The tray. Another 3 for Dallas.
Boy, you cannot let Hardaway Jr. get going like this, guys. I mean, once he's in that rhythm and flow, it's bad news for the defense.
Here's Wall. He's got 16. There's 1:47 left to play in the third. Olynyk the pass to Wall. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. J.J. Redick's checked in for Hardaway. Burt comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Here's Big Daddy. Makes it off the glass. Big Daddy's got 10 points here in the second half.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Rockets trailed by 9. 1:25 left in the third. That one drops for him.
You know, one of the things I like about Walton is he really takes on the defense, plays downhill. When he's driving inside, he is committed to scoring over the defense.
Now here's Brunson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The Big Daddy passes to Finney-Smith. 9 feet out. Here's Big Daddy. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
For Houston, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Wall. It's rebounded by Dallas. Big Daddy's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Rockets trail by 12. Here's Wall. It's good. Wall's got 23 points.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Here's Big Daddy. Yep, it counts.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Here is Wall. 23 points in the game. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Big Daddy's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. 4 seconds left. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
The heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
For Dallas, they have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. That shot off. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll return shortly.
The playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Big Daddy is out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Burke. And it's Porzingis in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And the Rockets with possession here, following the score by Dallas. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Dallas gets called for the foul. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Mavericks?
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Here's Big Daddy, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Big Daddy's got 48. Here's Gordon. Porzingis with the block. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Yes. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Hey, Clark, what were your thoughts as a fan watching the bubble play down in Orlando? Did it seem surreal at all to you?
It didn't seem surreal, Kevin. In fact, I mean, the fact there weren't any real fans there for the most part was a little different, but I thought the court looked good. The players were the best in the world, as they always are. I thought the broadcast came across just as it would in a normal circumstance. I didn't find much different about it other than the fact that there weren't tens of thousands of fans in the building.
Here's Porzingis with fast break chance. Here's Big Daddy. Porzingis passes to Big Daddy. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Big Daddy's got 55.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
I'll tell you, when Wall is scoring like this, it's special to watch. A spectacular, explosive performance.
Now, here's Doncic. The pass to Porzingis. That one falls.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Ball against Doncic. Outside, Wall shoots over Doncic. Can't hit from 12. Dallas has gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Here's Big Daddy. Well, we know, Clark, that's something that's also going to impact the NBA this season. Teams are not going to get a lot of footage of the incoming draft class.
Great point, Kevin. And again, that's why the executives get paid the big bucks. Hopefully they've done plenty of work to see a number of players prior to the college tournament being canceled. And it's a bit of an art and science equation anyway when you're evaluating young players, and this just exacerbates it a bit because you don't have that little bit more of information that you'd like to have. So in that case, you go with what you do have to the best of your ability.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there, Augustine, making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
Terry kicks to Kleba. Back to Terry. Dallas moving it around. Good on the triple. 63 points for Big Daddy.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Augustine, that's good.
You know, it's obvious and easy to talk about Augustine's speed. He's a speed merchant, but how about his creativity there?
And good, there's another.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Nwaba. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And DJ Augustine knows what he's out there for, to distribute the ball. I mean, always has his head on a swivel, and he's looking to find his teammate.
We know, Greg, the NBA is full of superstars, yet you can foul out of the game after 6 personal fouls, and some have suggested instead just tacking on an extra free throw when a player commits their 6+ foul, and then they can stay in the game.
You know, I think something along those lines could make sense. No doubt it's tough to see the marquee player riding the bench because it's not just the 6th foul, right? In some coaches, you pick up 2 in the first quarter, you're done for the quarter. You pick up a 3rd in the second, you're done for the half.
Yes.
So I would like to see something, but I think it's got to also be fair. Maybe you get free throws and another possession. Maybe something along those lines might be in the best interest of the game.
I like that. And the wide open shot from Green. Second chance shot. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Mavericks.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Big Daddy.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Now here is Augustine. Here's the teardrop, and he lays it up and in.
And Augustine has that thing on the string now. This dude has rush hour handles gliding through the defense with speed and tightness.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Big Daddy. Shot clock at 6. And got it! Another basket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by.